chat. I'm back. And I'm trying to stay as consistent as I possibly can with this recording shit. You know, I drop a video maybe like every other day. You know, I'm trying to stay on that pace. Eventually come down to uploading like every day. But till then, yeah, it's every other day. I mean, like, if you want to know, like, when I'm about to drop and shit, you got to tune in with the IG and the Snap. You got to fuck with me on IG and Snap. I'm going to have those in the description of this video. But other than that, hey, we finna be reacting to teen killer thought she got away, then her girlfriend turned her in. Okay. I'm finna watch that shit then. Let's get right.
At 5:30 a.m. on October 3rd, 2021, a concerned neighbor called 911 after a house fire had engulfed a home at the 2400 block of 15th Avenue Court in Greeley, Weld County, Colorado.
No, there's a house.
Bro, don't tell me this girl killed her girlfriend in the fire. Don't tell, bro. That's terrible, nigga. That's some demonic shit.
It's on fire.
Okay,
I think there's someone in there.
Okay, what's your phone number in case we get disconnected?
I don't know, man. The house is fire. Somebody's in there, I think.
Bro, I hate these dispatchers, bro. They be too calm, bro. I understand you're supposed to, like, de-escalate the situation a little bit, but, bro, if they said there's a house fire and there's somebody in there that's potentially about to die, bro, send fucking ambulance, fire department, officers, like, immediately. As soon as I call, bro, they should be on the way. Especially if you heard I just said somebody's in a fire. Niggas, send them. As soon as I said that, dispatcher's on the way. You should have, just like that, bro.
Okay, I have this in, and just to confirm, is that going to be a house or an apartment?
If the house is on fire, man,
okay,
you need to get the firemen here.
Exactly, bro. Hurry up.
They can, okay. What makes you think that someone's inside?
Because there's a dog barking and there's a car in this place.
What makes you
Man,
think
you
there's
gotta
a
get
person
the fire
inside?
department.
Bitch, that shit don't matter. Send the fucking ambulance, nigga. Send the fucking fire department. God damn, she asking too much questions. Fuck ass intro.
You see this house in Texas? Let me show you how my team invested into it.
I need to invest in the fucking ad block.
The victim. By the time first responders arrived on the scene, the blaze was completely out of control and a danger to anyone who got close. That meant officers were helpless to rescue anyone who might have been inside.
Why are officers the first one on the scene? Shouldn't it be the fire department? If I'm calling about a fire, why is the first person you send not the fire department? Why are you sending officers? That little ass fire extinguisher. Call the fucking fire department. Like, I swear people don't be thinking sometimes.
This is Officer Flores, Great Police. Anybody in there?
Like, if I'm calling you about my house is on fire, why would you send the police first? My house is on fire. What are they gonna do with that fire extinguisher? Send the fucking fire department, bro.
Is there anybody in there?
We don't know. The dog's been, we've been trying to get him up for.
Who lives there,
Bro,
sir?
that's sad, bro. I don't wish that shit on nobody.
Dispatch 492 to confirm we have fire on the way. House is fully engulfed.
Damn,
we don't know
bro.
if everybody's out of the house.
Imagine that shit, bro.
The next door
your
neighbor.
house being on fire, bro. Imagine you worked damn near your whole life just to be able to get that house. You finally got your dream car just for it to be gone in the house fire. That's why I don't leave no, like, before you make sure the house, before you leave the house, make sure you, like, there's no fire. If you have a candle lit, feel me, like, blow it out. Feel me, just stay safe.
Feared the homeowner, 35-year-old Christopher Dickerson, was still inside when the fire started, and there appeared to be several clues to suggest he might have been right.
I think his car's still in the garage.
Yeah.
Where's the fire department, bro? God damn, somebody's life is on the line, bro. Where's the fire department? I don't get this shit, bro.
We got a fire station.
Yeah, bro.
The fuck was, did somebody shoot? What was that?
We got a fire station.
Yeah, bro.
Damn, that bitch caught the fire quick. I've never actually seen a fire extinguisher like being used. I always see somebody like holding them. I've never seen them like one being used. Damn, that bitch put out the fire quick. Damn. I don't really know about fire extinguishers, so like, can somebody tell me how they work? Like, if it put out a fire that quick, why didn't he blow it into the house?
This is Officer Flores. Can you please anybody in there? Chris.
Damn, bro, he only got no way of getting out.
Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Damn.
Turning on the other side. On the fucking window on the other side, but I don't think anybody hurt. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we don't know if anybody's inside yet.
Bro.
This is Officer Flores. Good police. Anybody in there?
Ah, dude, there's no way. There's no entrance in. We can't get in there.
Damn, bro, that's sad.
Dog barking in the backyard, but more alarmingly, Chris's blue Hyundai Elantra was still parked in the driveway. If Chris was inside the residence...
Bro, where's the fire department? Why are they not there yet? God damn. Bro, this whole time over here worrying about the car. Why is the fire department not there yet? Oh my
Then
God.
there was no way officers could have helped him. All they could do was wait for the fire to be put out before they started the search of the building's
Man,
remains.
these fuck ass fire. Man, I would have sued these niggas, bro. Fuck ass fire department. What was the point? Nigga, I'm dead now. Nigga.
No, we couldn't.
Could've haunt you.
I mean, we think there's somebody in there. I don't really know how to help you guys.
How did his house get on fire in the first place? Like, what was he doing? What did you do to get a fire that big? It had to have been like some like electricity thing, or somebody did it. Somebody like tried to kill him. Because how is there a fire, like they tried to kill him in his sleep? Because how is there a fire in your house that big and you don't notice? Either this nigga's a heavy
When the
sleeper
fire
or
was
he's dead.
extinguished, everyone's worst fears came true. They found a body amongst the wreckage of the house, later confirmed to be Chris's body, leaving his family in turmoil. But the news didn't get any better after the Weld County coroner performed an autopsy and discovered that Chris was already deceased when the fire started.
What the Yo!
The coroner came to those conclusions.
So you telling me this nigga was killed, then fucking left to burn? Bro.
Because of
That's
several
some evil
inconsistencies, such as the pattern of the burn marks, the lack of smoke in the victim's lungs, and more importantly, the multiple stab wounds to the victim's neck. Investigators, led by Detective Jerry Burrows, also
It's burned.
noticed signs of a
Nah, you just gotta look at the photo. Damn, everything in that bitch is burned.
struggle, and it looked like someone had rummaged through Chris's belongings as an old engagement ring was missing. Detective Burrows officially opened a murder investigation, and the race was on to find out who was responsible. Investigators discovered that a neighbor had surveillance cameras installed nearby, and they pointed straight at the driveway at Chris's property. That footage showed some highly suspicious activity that started when Chris returned
Bro, that's
home
just
to
evil, though.
2413.
Like, not only did you kill dude, you fucking lit his place on fire for him to burn too. That's fucking evil.
15th Avenue Court at 2:16 a.m. on October the 3rd. He parked his Hyundai Elantra in his garage before heading into the residence, but he wasn't alone, as right behind him appeared a silver Chevy Malibu. The vehicle parked in front of the house and paused before it parked in the driveway. Two people got out of the vehicle and entered the residence. Then, at about 2:50 a.m., the Malibu drove back into the road in front of the house before Chris's Elantra backed out of the garage and into the driveway. All three people got into the Elantra as it pulled away, returning again at 3:07 a.m. The three occupants then entered the residence once again. They all stayed inside Chris's home for over 2 hours until 5:08 a.m. when a figure emerged from the house and entered the Chevy Malibu. Then nothing happened for the next 5 minutes until another person left the residence and also got in the Malibu before they drove off into the distance. But it was only a few minutes before the vehicle returned, and this time only one person left the vehicle and entered Chris's home. That was the moment the flames started. Through the window of Chris's home, it was possible to see the exact moment the fire was lit. The suspected arsonist then left the residence once again and calmly walked toward the Malibu as the flames started to engulf the house. When investigators saw that footage, they knew they needed to find the occupants of that Chevrolet Malibu. With the help of traffic surveillance cameras located in and around Greeley, they found the vehicle they were looking for.
Damn, bro. I don't see why niggas do crime anymore, bro. Like, you're not going to get away with it. I don't care if it takes 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, you're not getting away with it. Like, just think about it. Technology is increasing day by day. Bro, they got this nigga's every last step since he left the house. Since he got to the house, they got this nigga's every last movement. Damn, bro. Technology is...
At least one of them.
Y'all niggas be doing a crime. Not getting
Vet
away with
recommended protection for less. Pet armor.
Like, just think about it. When you leave the house, you probably already being watched by, like, several cameras. Like, they know what you're doing from the second you leave your house
Pick up your junk.
to the second you get back.
The
That's
Malibu
crazy.
was registered to a Mr. Rodriguez, but as investigators tracked the vehicle's movements, they realized there was another vehicle involved. The Malibu drove to a nearby address where the two suspects parked and got into a different vehicle. This time, they were driving a Chevrolet Tahoe, and it was registered to 19-year-old Stacy Rodriguez, who just happened to be the sister of the Malibu's owner. Stacy Rodriguez resembled one of the suspects at Chris's house on the 3rd of October, and her girlfriend.
No, fuck that, bro. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that, bro. I don't even have to flame her. Just look at her. I don't have to flame her, bro. That's just sad, bro.
And 21-year-old Hosanna Varela resembled.
Holy shit, what is that? How do you have waves on your neck? Like, bro, she was out that late in the morning trying to fucking set up and kill somebody. Instead of that, bro, she should have been at the fucking gym working out. You have a triple neck. You have other things to worry about. Like, that shit just lame, bro. Nigga, imagine working your whole life to finally get something you've been wanting. You finally got that dream house. Just to get taken out by a fucking blobfish. I don't even know what to call her, bro. That she just looks disgusting.
The other suspect in question.
Up,
Investigators bided their time, and it was 5 weeks before the couple were arrested. But when they were, Detective Burrows and a team investigating the murder had built such a strong case that the suspects would have some tough questions to answer. To keep the situation under control, the officers told Stacy and Hosanna their questions were merely procedure, as both suspects had been seen in the same bar as Chris on the night of October the 3rd.
Oh,
You know her heart drop.
Hey,
As soon as she
Detective
seen the
Rose,
police
can
knock
I
on her
chat with you
window,
real quick? Would
you
you
know her
mind?
heart drop.
Sure.
Is that okay? Yeah. Thanks. Are you okay to talk to me? Is that okay?
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
Bro, I'm just curious as to how she thought she was going to get away with setting somebody's house on fire and murdering the person. Well, I mean, he was already dead before the fire, but I'm just curious as to how she thought she was going to get away with this. You can't run. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't hide. Like, physically and literally, you can't hide. You're on damn near every camera there is. They're going to find you. Like, it's just too many things, bro.
You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to.
Sad,
Is that
bro.
okay?
Lost his
What
life.
is it about?
I just have a question about a case that I'm working.
Oh, okay.
So
And
is that
some
okay
shit
if I
this
talk
big,
to you?
big.
Are you okay with me talking with you?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Yes or no? You don't have to talk to me, but if you're okay with me talking to you, I just have a couple questions for you, and that's
No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't know.
You don't want to?
I don't know. Yes, I'm fine to talk to you.
Are you sure?
I guess,
okay,
yeah.
you don't have to.
Okay, yeah.
She's nervous as fuck, bro.
Quick question. So, case I'm working, we're talking to everybody who was at a bar on a night, October 3rd,
Okay.
2013. It would have been a Sunday morning, Saturday night leading into Sunday morning. Okay, were you ever at Cubetta's that night?
October 3rd.
Yeah.
It was on Saturday?
Saturday into Sunday morning.
I think so, yeah.
What's that?
I think I was at.
You were at
I don't
Cubetta's? Okay. How long were you there for?
know. I don't remember. How
You
long
don't
I was
remember?
there. No.
Okay. Do you remember being at the bar?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
I usually go there kind of like a lot, so.
Okay, you go to that bar a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember talking to anybody while you're there?
I see my friends there all the time, but
Who are your friends?
just the people that usually are at the bars.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Fucking lying.
Who are you there with?
It could have been with, I have no idea.
I just noticed that's another big bitch wearing champion. If y'all watched the last video, it was wearing champion, bro. I got on her ass. It's another big bitch wearing champion. What's up with big bitches and champion?
A sister or
I'm on to something.
Who is that?
Stacy.
Okay. Were you there with Stacy?
Maybe. I could have
Okay.
been, yeah.
All right. Do you remember October 3rd at all?
You know,
Not really.
Okay.
If you or a loved one played Fortnite,
bro. Fuck ass ad. You could qualify. Video game addiction lawsuit. You can. How does that even? I don't even care.
There. Did you ever see this guy?
No, he doesn't look familiar.
He doesn't look familiar?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You never saw him?
I
Never
don't
saw him at the
think so.
bar or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. The case involves him. That's the case I'm investigating.
Oh, okay.
But you never saw him or anything?
He doesn't look familiar. No.
Okay.
But the Greeley Police Department had evidence to suggest Hosanna wasn't being as honest as she appeared.
You think?
Did you ever go after the bar? Where did you go?
Probably to my mom's.
Where does your mom live?
She lives on,
Like, bro, you know the answer. Stop asking her questions, bro. Tackle her, put her in cuffs. She needs to be publicly tortured, bro. And I'm sure y'all will agree that's not too harsh of a punishment. She literally killed a nigga, slit his throat, then lit his house on fire afterwards. She needs to be publicly tortured. Like, there's no debate,
on the west side.
nothing.
I don't know her exact address.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. On the west side?
Yeah.
Like, where at?
Like over there by the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh,
Not gonna lie, bro.
Like 29th Street?
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
okay. Like in
That shit do sound
is it
good.
west of 29th of Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where does she live? Like a
It's
house?
the T-Bone Ranch
Like
in apartments.
Apartments?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they at T-Bone Ranch, or there's like
It's
apartments
the
further
I
down?
think it's the T-Bone Ranch. that
Okay,
she
because
lives at.
the T-Bone Ranch is right across the street from Buffalo Wild
It's a
Wings.
little bit more down.
It's just like all the way down, or
Yeah.
Okay. So your mom lives there. You went to her
Mhm.
house afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't remember ever seeing this guy?
I don't know. He doesn't look familiar.
Okay. He doesn't look
Yeah.
familiar to you at all. All right.
No.
Did you ever go to anybody's house that night?
No.
You never went to anybody's house?
No.
Okay. Never went to this guy's house?
No.
Okay. Would you have been too intoxicated to remember anything?
I was
or?
pretty drunk. I'm usually get like drunk like on the weekends.
How drunk were you?
Instead of getting drunk, you need to be fucking working out.
I have no idea.
Like, would you have remembered if you went to somebody's house and you were hanging out with somebody?
Maybe.
Okay. Yes or no?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, you would have remembered.
It's crazy
So
that
you would.
someone would lay up with that, bro. You feel me? I'm from Florida, and in Florida, bro, I know niggas that'll take down anything, bro. I'm dead serious. I know niggas right now that will hit this. I'm not joking, dead serious. Shit's nasty.
Would have remembered this guy.
He doesn't look familiar.
Okay, all right. Anything else you want to tell me, or anything else you want to know?
No.
Okay. All right, Brett, are you good? Right here. All right, I'm gonna go chat with Stacy real quick. Okay. What car were you guys in that night?
I don't know. What car?
How do you not know what car you're in? Nigga, if somebody picks me up, the first thing I'm staring at is the car. I don't judge or anything. Like, I don't care what car you pick me up in, but for safety issues, I gotta know what brand the car is. I'm gonna always figure out what year it is, whether you tell me or not. Like, what the fuck do you mean you don't know what car you was in? Like, bro, what? She's lying. Stop questioning her. Just lock her up.
Do you guys ever drive?
Beat her up on the way to the station. Turn your body cam
I don't
on.
think so.
You've never been in a Chevy
No.
Malibu? Okay. Does anybody you know own a Chevy Malibu?
No. My mom used to own a Chevy Malibu, but she don't have that.
Nobody
brand.
else owns a Chevy Malibu? Does Stacy own a Chevy Malibu?
I don't think so.
Does her family own a Chevy Malibu?
I don't have no idea.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
According to the surveillance
What the fuck do
footage,
you
that
mean you
vehicle
don't think so? How do you not know what type of car your friend has? And you was in the car. She's lying.
should have been very familiar to Hosanna because they suspected she had been inside it. So the officer moved on to Stacy to see if she would tell a different version of the events.
Oh my God. That's disgusting. Bro, that's not even hideous, bro. That's beyond that, bro. Like, nigga, that's beyond that. This bitch look like a hot Jolly Rancher. You know how, like, when Jolly Ranchers, like, when you leave it somewhere hot, like, the bottom starts to melt and expand, bro. That's what she looks like. Like, ugh.
Conveniently, though, she was driving the Chevrolet Tahoe from the night of October the 3rd.
Ugh.
I am Thaddeus
Bro.
Bullard, a.k.a. WW.
Like, I need to chill with these ass, bro. God damn.
She doesn't believe she's ever been to the 2413 15th Avenue Court address. She doesn't know anybody who drives a silver Chevy Malibu. No. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and have you ever driven a Chevy Malibu?
No.
Okay.
Bro, how are they even capable of murdering this nigga, bro? He had to have been asleep. How did both of them catch you? Well, I mean, it was multiple people in the car, but I mean, these two are the only ones getting interviewed right now, so I'm gonna say, like, they had something to do with it. How did they catch you? Bro, I could walk and still be faster than them running at their full speed. You know, I'm doing too much. You know what? Nah. RP, bro.
All right, Stacey, will you step out of the car for me? You can grab your phone if you want.
Yeah. Can I grab my phone? Just because it's wet and I don't
go
want
ahead.
to get
Yeah.
Neither Hosanna or Stacy could recall the events of October the 3rd, even though the Greeley Police Department had strong evidence to suggest they were the two mysterious individuals who set fire to Chris's home.
Yo, that's them, bro. That's them. They can't deny. Oh my God, they can't deny that shit. Why is the one on the right built like that? Why does it look like she is? Why is she built like a cricket? She's built like a grasshopper. How is that built possible? How do you achieve that?
The two mysterious individuals who set fire had
Is that not a person next to them? What is that?
strong evidence to suggest they were the two mysterious individuals who set fire to Chris's home.
That's them.
You don't have to have it. It's up to you.
That's them. Hold up.
Who set fire to Chris's home.
That's the one. Hold up. This one right here. That has to be the one in the car that they're talking to right now. There's no way
they
it's
were
not.
the two mysterious individuals who set fire to Chris's home.
Yep. Like, don't do no crime if you're extremely fat. We're gonna know. As soon as you step out the house, we don't even have to get a picture, nothing. We know it's you. Nobody else on this block is built like that. But you. You're going to jail.
Have to have it. It's up to you. All right. Let's step over here. Okay, turn around. You're under arrest.
For what?
I'll tell you in a second.
For what?
Go ahead and put your fingers together. There you go. Yeah. We're gonna double.
I was about to say, ain't no way they finna just put one or
Two handcuffs on you, so it's a little bit easier for you, okay?
Nah, fuck that. Don't make it easy for her. Put one cuff on. Like, bro, it's just sad. Somebody lost
Son,
a
turn
life
around for me.
over, like,
You're under arrest.
because of these two.
Put your fingers together. Like, make a. There you go. Interlace them. There you go. Do you have cuffs? Yeah. I don't have mine. Do you guys want to roll up? I need another set of cuffs.
Roll. Oh. I thought you meant.
I got another pair.
I thought you meant like smoke at the scene. I was
got
like,
two.
damn, cops moving like that now.
All right. You're under arrest for first-degree murder, arson, burglary, and tampering with the deceased body.
Stop doing crime. You're going to get caught. These two, they were probably happy as shit when they got done with the crime. Like, they thought, hey, we just got away with murder. I'm sort of no. You seen how they had footage from when they fucking went to the house, left the house? You seen how the police got their license plate and everything, tracked them down? You're not getting away. It might not be instant. You might not get caught maybe the first month, 2 months, maybe a year. Eventually, you're going to get caught, though. Technology is just too great. Just stop doing crime.
Okay. All right. That's what you're being charged with. Stacy's being charged with that as well, too. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you about it. And I can understand what happened that night. Okay? It's only if you want to. You don't have to. If you want to talk to me, I'll listen to your story. I'll always listen to people's story.
Yeah.
Okay?
See, now she knows she's fucked up. For me, like, I can tell when a bitch is lying. Like, immediately. Just like that. Like, it just comes from experience of people lying to you. You can tell by people's, body movement and shit. How they start acting when you ask them certain questions. You can tell when the bitch is lying. I knew she was lying from the start. I mean, we all knew. She's on fucking video. In 360p. We seen her. Like, you can tell she was fucking lying. At first, she was like, I don't remember being in no Chevy Malibu. I'd never seen this person's house. You're on camera going to the house. We seen you hop out the car. You can't lie and say that was somebody else. Nobody else is built like the fucking Michelin Man but you. And your bitch ass friend. So you know who was there. Talking about she never seen a Malibu. You was in the car. How did you not see it? Oh, I don't know what type of car my friend has. How do you not know what type of car your friend has? Like, this bitch was lying from the start.
Is that something you'd like to do, is talk to me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can we talk
We're going to talk at the station.
Okay.
Okay, away from everybody else.
Okay.
Away from Stacy.
Okay.
Is that something
Now
you'd like
you
to
want
do?
to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you
All right,
want to talk.
I'll hear your story.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I can see it in your face.
Okay.
Bro! All these goddamn ads. Like, damn, and I can't skip. Like, fuck. I need to invest in the goddamn ad blocker, bro. This shit crazy. The ads don't be this crazy either when I'm not recording. As soon as I record, they want to flood me with ads. And I can't skip them either. Like, damn. Okay.
It didn't take long for the officer to persuade Hosanna to talk, but cracking Stacy would be a different matter altogether.
Stacy, have you been informed of what you're arrested for?
No.
Okay. Being arrested for first-degree murder, arson, burglary, and tampering with a deceased body. Okay.
Is there proof of
She's...
that?
Yes.
Mm.
Okay.
She knows she's guilty. Just off of her reaction. As soon as he said first degree murder, everybody would have. If a cop pulls up to your door, it says you're arrested for first degree murder. You're gonna look at the cop like, the fuck, like where that come? Like is there proof of that? Don't even give her a trial.
If you want to talk to me,
her.
I'll hear your story and talk to you, okay? It's up to you. You don't have to talk to me, but if you want to tell me your story, I'll listen to you, okay?
Like, there should be no trial for this. Nothing she did was right.
It's not a coincidence I ended up here right now, okay?
She was
so it's up to you. Would you like to speak to me about
it? Then burn his house on
like
fire.
I said, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you to do anything, but if you want to tell me your story, you can.
What is there to debate? Lock her up.
Can I smoke or no?
We could probably arrange for you to smoke.
Ooh, can
I? Okay. You don't. Doesn't mean you have to talk to me if I let you smoke. But I can probably. Do you have cigarettes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to grab them?
Where are they at?
They're right here. Do you see them?
Don't do nothing for her. That's
so
not talking.
Like
Put her in the car. Go to the station.
Okay, stand right here. Yeah.
On the roof?
What do you mean the roof?
Like kind of like where the lights are.
Oh, can I go in there?
Yeah, but it's the first one.
This one?
Yeah. But it's like, it's weird. You gotta like, do you see that little clip?
Okay. You got a lighter?
A lighter on the keys, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You can always tell how somebody lives just like based off of their car. Look at the floor of her car. If that's what her car looks like, imagine her house. Imagine her room. You can tell she doesn't clean a lot. Self-explanatory.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, don't give her no cigarette. Man, I would have played it nice too. I would have been like, she actually gets a cigarette? Alright, I got you. I would have put that bitch in her mouth. As soon as it's in her... Ass nigga. Fuck you thought this was?
You get it? Okay. Okay.
Like, why are you helping her? She brutally murdered somebody. Take her to the station. Why are you catering
Stacey,
to her?
I'll let you think about it, okay?
Don't do shit she actually
Remember, it's your decision.
Look at her. Ugh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Stacey, I'm going to head over to the station, and I'll meet you there, and you can think about it, okay? Okay. All right. Kel's going to stay here, and then we got another officer here, too. Okay. They're on their way.
What we doing with the
It's towing.
Yeah, tow that, yeah.
Getting towed.
Yeah, tow that,
What's that? No, it's going with us. It's getting towed.
Neither Stacy nor Hosanna knew that the Greeley Police Department had done thorough homework before they even thought about making the arrest. Using cell phone records, they were able to track every single... Hosanna knew that the Greeley Police Department had done thorough homework before they even thought about making the arrest. Using cell phone...
Bro, cops don't be playing. Damn. Y'all, look at this shit. They got the time she called. The date she called. They probably could listen into the conversation of what we was talking about. Damn. Stop doing dirt, bro. Damn, the cops got every... They didn't even have to actually check the phone. They already had the shit. That's crazy. Stop doing crime.
Records, they were able to track every single movement of Chris, Stacy, and Hosanna and used surveillance footage to piece the case together. On October the 2nd, Chris had sent a text message to a friend telling them that he was planning on going to a couple of bars that night. A short time later, he was driving along downtown Greeley on the hunt for somewhere to drink. He picked Cubeta's, one of the most popular places in town, where he danced the night away and drank mostly by himself. In fact, Cubeta's also happened to be one...
If you were going to go there to drink by yourself, why didn't you ain't just pick up some bottles and drink at home? Like, honestly, like, you went to a bar. just to sit down and drink by yourself. You didn't even socialize with anybody or nothing. Why didn't you just do that at home? Why didn't you just pick up bottles and drink at home? Like, honest, I'm not trying to be funny. That's a
One of the
genuine question.
only places where underage Stacy was able to buy a drink. She was there that night with Hosanna. As the
fuck you mean underage Stacy was able to buy a drink? Nigga, y'all gotta check into that
night
bar.
progressed, Chris met up with his friend Dolores before events out of their control brought an end to the evening's fun. At around 1:30 a.m., a fight broke out inside the bar and everyone scrambled to avoid being involved, with several customers escaping out the back doors. With them was Chris, and this is where he met the people.
Does this shirt say straight out of fucks? What does that even mean? This nigga's drip is preposterous.
Who would eventually murder him when he approached a Chevrolet Malibu in the parking lot of the club. As Chris walked past the vehicle, he stopped, turned around, and said something to the occupants before returning to his own vehicle nearby. The Malibu then followed Chris's Elantra all the way to his driveway.
Damn, bro, this is why you gotta be aware of your surroundings, bro. Every time I drive, you see me looking in the mirror, checking around every couple of seconds, bro. Especially if I'm on my way home. Like, you never know. It's people out there who really, like, have nothing to live for. Like, really. Like, one time, I cut this truck driver off, bro. Nigga followed me for I don't know how many miles. I was supposed to get off the bridge like 5 exits ago, but I'm not gonna lead this nigga to where I lay my head at, obviously. That's what I'm saying, bro. Stay strapped and watch your surroundings.
The evidence presented by the cell phone records and surveillance footage suggested that Hosanna and Stacy were responsible for the crime, had killed the victim, and then staged a robbery before setting fire to the crime scene. But this, of course, was only speculation by the investigators. They needed one of the two suspects to talk. Stacy was charged with first-degree murder.
You see this house in Texas? Let me show you how my team invested into it with just a few $100s, using this investment strategy that is actually backed by the government.
Come on,
we
bro.
First-degree arson, tampering with a deceased body, and 2 counts of second-degree burglary, which means she could face a long time.
I'm good. I mean, she deserves all those charges, but I'm confused on the 2 counts of second-degree burglary. How'd she get? She robbed a nigga twice?
Behind bars if found guilty. Hosanna was charged with first-degree murder, first-degree arson, tampering with a body, and being an accessory to a crime. But she had a plan to try and get a reduced sentence by confessing everything to the investigators. Once she was in the interview room, Hosanna claimed the relationship between her and Stacy had deteriorated in the months leading up to the murder. The two had met at work and would engage in an affair behind the back of Hosanna's partner, with whom she had...
Oh, that's his girlfriend. Oh.
3 children. Hosanna eventually left her partner and moved in with Stacy, but over time, Stacy became abusive towards her. She also claimed she had thought that Stacy might have been a part of a violent gang back when she lived in California.
On that day or the next day, and I was like, who were you talking to that you told them about the fire? And then she goes, nobody. She goes, I didn't tell anybody. And then I was like, but I heard you on the phone. And she goes, I didn't tell anybody, don't worry about it. And she like gave me a kiss and then just went on. And so it never she never brought it up again. And so I don't know who she could have told or, but throughout our relationship, she was associated with these people. I don't know, her gang that she was associated with. I never met them, and she was always fearful of them.
Was that a local thing, or because she's from California, right?
Yeah,
was it a California thing or a local thing?
She said that they were from California, and her brothers were involved with them. One of her brothers that he's in jail right now.
You see the results of gang life. Why do you still... nigga, you're either gonna be dead or in jail. Her brother right now is living proof that that shit is true. You don't get nowhere but dead or in jail with the gang shit. Why? Just be productive. Get a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job. You don't need to be in the gang. Why are you trying to be cool? Like, niggas in gangs are really, if you think about that shit, niggas in gangs are really dudes trying to impress other dudes. Just think about that shit. That shit's lame.
So I don't know if it could have been
like, get a job, go to school, do
Was she
something.
close to her family?
She
Productive.
was not really,
Okay.
but I know she was real close with one of her brothers, and that's the one that is in jail. She was the closest with him.
Okay.
According to Hosanna, Stacy's violent nature would be unleashed on the night of October the 3rd, 2020.
And she is a fucking Burger King cup. Who is catering to her? She brutally murdered a nigga, bro. Like, she doesn't deserve that. She shouldn't get a chance to get that, bro. Let her starve. Let her starve until she is sentenced in jail. Then she has to eat the jail food. Why are you catering to her now? Bitch look like she already had enough meals anyway.
And that's the one that is in jail.
Bro, they treat
She was
her
the
like
closest with
she
him.
did nothing. Like,
According
she
to
never
Hosanna,
traffic ticket or
Stacy's
something, bro.
violent nature would be unleashed on the night of October the 3rd, 2021. Chris was leaving Cubetas when Stacy called him over to her car. Chris invited the two women over to his place before driving.
Ooh, you don't ever do that. No. That mistake cost him his life. You gotta think. You don't ever let a female know where you live. Especially if it, like, if it's a female you just met and shit, and you try to, hit on her, you feel, like, you don't take her back to your place, bro. Like, get a hotel. If you don't have the money to get a hotel to be able to do that, you shouldn't be. Hitting females shouldn't even be on your mind. Nigga, money should be on your mind. But let's say you do have the bread, hit his own crib and everything going cool. Like, nigga, if you wanted to hit that bad, like, he had two options really. They could have did it in a car, or he could have got a hotel. Why would you lead two strangers back to the place where you lay your head at? I'm telling you, that mistake cost him his life.
Home with his new friends
Shit's
in
sad,
tow.
bro.
Back at Chris's home, they started drinking vodka, and that was when Stacy started to ply Chris with alcohol while pretending herself and Hosanna were drinking the same amount. In reality, Stacy was watering down every drink except for Chris's. During the night's drinking games, an argument broke out between Chris and Stacy, and it escalated completely out of control when Stacy started throwing beer bottles.
Quick, now,
Is your child struggling with a gaming addiction? Major companies behind games like Minecraft, Fortnite, and Roblox are now facing lawsuits for knowingly designing addictive features.
How the fuck can you get sued for? How can you get sued for that? Nigga, it's a game. Of course I'm gonna make it addictive, but nigga, I didn't tell you to play it. How?
Is she on top of him, or where is she at?
I don't
in
think she's
relation-
on top of
Okay, so she's standing. She's kind of standing, and then Chris is on the
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah, and I think he's trying to get up. I don't know.
Okay.
And then she grabs the beer bottle and goes to hit him, but she misses. And I go, no, don't. I go, let's just leave it. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. And she looks at me and she I think she grabs another beer bottle, has that same one in her hand, and then that's when she hits him on the head, and gets another one, and then hits him again, and there's blood and
Bro, holy shit! Like,
blood
damn.
on his face and everywhere on him, and
Stacy ordered Hosanna to grab a nail file from the kitchen, which she would use as the weapon that ended Christopher Dickerson's life. Hosanna did not see the murder herself as she stayed in the kitchen.
Like, these bitches is evil. They ain't even stabbing with a knife. Bitch got a nail filer. Nah, bro, these bitches is menaces. Damn.
But she heard it happen, and when Stacy walked into the kitchen, she was covered in blood. She'd stabbed Chris several times in the neck and inflicted some devastating injuries from which he would not survive. But if Hosanna's version of events is to be believed, then what Stacy did might possibly turn your stomach. As Stacy studied the blood on her hands, she allegedly licked her fingers in delight and savored in the blood of her victim. Stacy then positioned Chris's body on the floor in an effort to stage a crime scene to make it look like a struggle had taken place.
Bro, who are these bitches, bro? Who is she? Bro, alcohol do that to you, bro? Damn.
Whether these claims were true was another question, but Hosanna's testimony did match up to the forensic and other physical evidence. By the time the case went to trial in February of 2025 at the Weld County District Court, Stacy had come up with a defense of her own.
What happens when you move to the corner?
Look evil.
He gets in my face even closer.
He gets in your face even closer?
Yeah.
What is he looking like when he's in your face?
He's like mad yelling.
How tall is he? Is he much taller than you?
Yeah, there's a big difference.
If he was standing above you, did you have to look up at him?
Yeah, I did.
Bro, I can already see where she going, bro. She gonna try to play like it was self-defense. No matter what situation you're in, that's not self-defense, bro. This bitch grabbed multiple bottles and just bashed the nigga, bro. That's not self-defense. That's overboard. I can see if he was hitting on you, you just took one bottle to hit him and then move. Nah, she got multiple. Beat that, stabbed the nigga and everything. Lit his house on fire. That's not self-defense at that point. That's just fucking first-degree murder.
We're moving over to the corner. What happens when you're in the corner?
He like puts his arms like on the sides of me.
Okay. So.
She lying. If he did that, he would have had to.
Are you?
Like this,
he's putting his
her,
arms on the side of you.
Yeah,
Is your back up against something?
Yeah, I was on the wall.
She's lying.
Okay, on the wall.
Crack on the wall. She's too fat.
And the wall in the corner by the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Away from the cabinets.
Yeah.
And you said his hands are on the wall?
Yeah, but like on the sides of me.
On the sides of you?
Yeah.
Above your shoulders?
No, like right at them.
Okay. Is he touching you?
No.
You said he's yelling at you?
Yeah.
What is he saying?
So you call me a bitch? He keeps like repeating the same thing over.
Is he yelling at you?
Yeah.
You said that his face was close to you, but he was taller than you. So was he looking down on you?
So he's like right in front of my face, and when he turned to look at Hosanna when she had told him to get off me or get away from me, when he turned, I like just pushed him off me.
How hard did you push him?
Honestly, in that moment, I really don't know.
Okay. Where did he go?
He didn't go.
Well, I mean, you pushed him. What happened?
He went back.
Okay. Did he stumble over his feet?
Yeah, he stumbled over his feet, but he didn't fall to the ground.
I was trying to find a picture of that, nigga. Because, like, he don't look like... But at the same time, like... I'm trying to find a picture because I can't see him do that. But at the same time, looks can be deceiving, so you never know.
Okay. Did he run into anything when you pushed him?
He kind of like grabbed the refrigerator.
Hosanna would maintain that it wasn't Chris who was on the offensive that night, and Stacy was the one in the wrong. She would also shed light on how the argument between Stacy and Chris started in the first place.
Had Mr. Dickerson ever been violent towards either you or the defendant?
No.
Okay. Had Mr. Dickerson ever sexually assaulted you or the defendant during any encounter of this?
He did slap my butt twice during, like when I would just stand up, he was just kind of like, it seemed like if he was just too happy, like really, just too over, Okay.
So to be clear, during this initial time, Mr. Dickerson did touch your butt.
Yeah.
And did you take that in a very overtly sexual way?
No. I mean, I was just kind of more scared of Stacy's scene because I didn't want her to.
Objection.
I had asked her, when did she know that she wanted to kill him? And she told me when we were in the car.
Oh. So this shit was premeditated. Them, they planned on killing this nigga. This shit wasn't just no argument just leading up. No, they planned on killing this nigga.
Picking up his friend.
And to be clear, in the sequence of events, Mr. Dickerson touching your butt was prior to that trip to go pick up Miss Vigil.
Yes.
Hosanna then told her version of events, including how Chris's life was brought to a brutal end at the hands of Stacy Rodriguez.
Alright, bro. These ads going, like, holy shit, bro.
You remember
These bitches talk too much, bro. Just get to they fucking. What happened, bro? Did they get what? What happened?
With respect to count 2, first-degree arson, the court is going to sentence you to 32 years in the Department of Corrections. That sentence will run consecutively with count 1. With respect to count 3, tampering with a deceased human body, the court is going to sentence you to 12 years in the Department of Corrections. That count will run consecutively with the other counts. As to counts 4 and 5, the court on each count is going to sentence you to 12 years in the Department of Corrections. Counts 4 and 5 will run concurrently with each other, but consecutively with counts 1, 2, and 3. Ms. Devereaux, the state had mentioned indication of pre-sentence confinement of 1,257 days. Do you believe that is accurate?
For her testimony, Hosanna was given the 32-year sentence agreed to in her plea deal. None of that would be much comfort to the family and friends of Chris Dickerson, but they may feel some sense of justice knowing his killer would never see the free world again.
They brutally murdered that nigga, bro. Like, there is no type of self-defense used or anything. It was premeditated. They planned to kill him. They killed him, tampered with his dead body, lit his house on fire, slit his throat. How is that not life? How is that not the death sentence? She only got, like, what, 30-something years? Like, let a random nigga sell drugs, though. That nigga's getting probably fucking 25 to life. Shit's fucked up, bro. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one, bro.